Hello, Hellfire Chasm Tubers, and welcome back to Let's Burn Final Fantasy 1 Advance with me, Blue and Kilo. So, one thing I thought I'd show you just quickly I noticed. I never really mentioned what this sort of stuff does. You can check. Lunar Curtain casts Null Death. Whoop-de-woo, we've already got someone who can cast it. It's a one-use item. There's lots of stuff like that. White Fangs cast, Blizzara. You can just read them. I generally don't think they're that great. Spider Silk casts slow, blah blah blah. You know, if you've got a white wizard and a black wizard, chances are you have all those spells already. So, here's a little choice. You can use the little light thing to exit if you're tired of going through the dungeon, or you can just walk normally. What's this? Are we on the overworld? This doesn't look like anywhere we've been before. Oh, look, a ship. We got a little bit lucky with the ship there specifically, but these are a level of the floor for the Hellfire Chasm. So you know, get used to them. They're actually probably the most annoying of all the different floors, because the mazes on these ones are kind of more of a pain. Realize my hit points are a little low, so let's have a little snooze. Oh, shucks! I thought you could use that here. Oh well, we got lots of cure. Yeah, it looks like Scar something or other, managed to do a bit of damage to us, so we always got to keep that health up. What was I going to say? There was something about this dungeon. Oh yes, I've mentioned a few times about the, oh, there's a little treasure chest there, about the randomness of these bonus dungeons, and sort of how the way it works. New enemies. None of these are that hard anyway. There are guides, if you go to like Game Facts or something, there are guides on how to get the best treasure out of them, like the unique loot. And it usually sort of revolves around the first few floors you run into, and then you can work out a pattern of what floors on what, like which kinds of maps on which numbered floors you will encounter. Oh, I gotta talk to that guy. And that way you can sort of predetermine what kind of loot you can sort of determine which treasure chest will show up essentially. And oh, he's a long way away. This might be a bit of a pain, unfortunately. I hate these world map dungeons. Anyway, for the Earth Shrine, it was very simple, or the Earth Gift Shrine, whatever it was called. I'm pretty sure that the Poison Forest was the dungeon that, or the map that could have the good treasure on it. It could have all the best types of loot, and then it's just a matter of manipulating what numbered floor you run into it on to get it. So we got, I think when it was basement 2 we got the Kempogi, and when it was basement 3 we got the Black Cowl. I think if you get it on basement 4 you will get that shield like cloak thing for your mages, I think. Anyway, and based on I think the first 1 or 2 floors how do we get to this guy? I have to talk to that guy. Based on the first floors you run into, you can sort of determine the pattern if you know what the pattern is, and that's kind of what the Game Facts guide will help you do if you want. Now the Earth Shrine obviously is the easiest. Okay, well the boat was totally useless. I have to go this way. What was I saying? So if you follow the guides, and you have to practice a little bit so you know like which floor is which, so you can recognize them. And then based on the ones you get, you can either reset the game and try again to get a different random pattern, or you can play through it and get, if you're lucky, the floor that has the loot on it. So all of the different bonus dungeons, oh shucks, did I go the wrong way again? They each have one floor, I think, that can have the maximum number of chests or the best loot essentially. And on the Earth one, it was the Poison Shrine, or whatever you call it. I'm pretty sure. And then on this one, we haven't run into it yet. I'll recognize it when we get there, I think. And then the trick is basically manipulating which floor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, you encounter that map on. And if you get it on the... this guy just tells you... to get into an airship. Sorry, I'm not reading it all. I'm trying to finish my thought. if you can get the correct map on the correct floor, you will be able to get the item you're looking for. And anyway, it's pretty complicated, and you generally don't get too much that's worth your trouble. For the most part, the bosses are what give you the best treasure. They either are guarding a treasure chest that has good stuff, or on killing them you'll get the treasure. So that's why I say, for the most part, I don't worry about trying to get all of these secret treasure chests. You can get them multiple times too. They will respawn every time you exit the map or enter the map. So you know, we could get lots of Kenpogies, we could get lots of Black Cowls if we wanted. It's just a matter of redoing the levels over and over again until you get your luck. Some of them have really good stuff. The Wind one, the last one, does technically have, I think, the best armor in the game. It's like crystal armor or something, which is probably slightly better defense than anything else you can get. But it's really, really hard to get it, because that one has 40 floors. And that could take you a really long time to find the one you need. So, anyway, that's how it works. Meanwhile, I'm just wandering around randomly on this stupid world map floor. It takes forever, and I can never remember where to go. I think there's a few different versions of it that you can get, so they're not always the same map. Essentially, you need to talk to the pirate. Usually you have to talk to the pirate, and that will unlock the airship. Oh, there we go. That's a unique item, I think. Probably for a thief. But I think that's, yeah, that's kind of one of the special treasures. So, woohoo, we got lucky, sort of. Whoop-de-doo. Anyway, you talk to the pirate. He tells you about the airship. You're going to find a desert with a tree in it. And then once you've found that, you will get the airship, just like normal. And then once you've got the airship, you should be able to fly around until you find the exit off of this floor. Sometimes you can find the exit earlier with the ship or something, but usually you need the airship. And I'm probably a horrible person to be demonstrating this level, because I'm trying to talk and explore at the same time, and I'm probably running around in circles, so I apologize, viewers. One of these days I'm going to learn video editing other than video cutting, and then I'm going to be able to sort of select frames to cut out of the video, if you gather. Oh, another dead end. We're not doing so good. Anyway, the point is, I hate this level. Oh man, come on guys. I got a let's play to do here. Come on. Gloom Whittles. All of the useless enemies. You did notice there's a few new monsters on this floor. Most of the monsters you fight by ship should be new. And then like these yellow ogres and stuff. You'll start seeing these more often. The enemies get a little bit tougher as you progress through the bonus dungeons. But mostly they're nothing to worry about. By the time you can get here, these things should be pretty much easy. And I just keep running into dead ends, you know. Oh, come on, one step. Erg. There's probably, speaking of game facts, there's probably some really nice maps on there that show you a quicker way out of this place. I'm not using them, of course. I'm just playing it sort of semi-blind, whatever. Which is perhaps not the best choice for this Let's Play. I should have checked ahead. Oh, I'll kill the elm guy, I guess. You do get experience a little bit. Okay, maybe you have to take the ship now. Sometimes it's just a matter of winding your way. Oh, man, encounters. The game knows I hate this floor, so it's keeping me here as long as it can. Alright. If you use the B select thing to get the map, it doesn't show you the map of the floor, so that sort of trick doesn't work. In case you were wondering, you actually have to figure it out on your own unless you can look somewhere. We already killed some of these blue trolls, so I'm not going to bother, I don't think. They are different than the ones in the water shrine because they are blue instead of sea trolls. I'm just hoping that by following the coast here I get somewhere useful. Oh, I think this is it. Yep, desert with a tree. Alright, so talk to the pirate, find the desert with a tree, click on the tree. We do our little animation here like we've seen before, because we brought our floater with us. Very nice of us to remember. So if you like this cutscene, you can see it over and over again by redoing the fire chasm something or other. I already forgot. Alright, so once you've got the airship, it should be fairly quick to finish the floor. Unfortunately, this one sure sucks up a lot of time, this cave. Alright, come on. Give me my airship. We did get the thief gloves, which is sort of interesting, item. Makes you, that will be one, I think it even said it raises your agility. It'll be one of those ones that improves your stats if you equip it. Although it probably would get in the way of my protect ring, and that black cowl that we saw earlier would get in the way of a ribbon. So, it's up to you to decide if you think it's good. Alright, airships. And look, so I could, well that was kind of silly, I could have just sailed over here and left. So whatever. On this floor, in fact, you don't have to do any of that. So, sucks to be me, I wasted all that time for nothing. But now we're back to a normal floor. A normal fiery, cavey floor. I don't remember the way necessarily, of course, so I'm just going to wander around. Burn my shoes a little bit. Not fight any black goblins, because I don't think they're worth our time. So, yeah. Oh, there's some treasure over there, but looks like I can't go that way right now. Might as well... There might be... No, nothing over there. Okay. The Batty Shrine level. I think this one, yeah. You still take fire damage every now and then, but it's much slower than when you're walking on lava. So it's every... I don't know how many steps you have to take, but every... Actually, it might even be time-based. Yeah, you can just hold still, and you'll take a little bit of damage every now and then. So, yeah, that's kind of unique floor. It's hot, I guess. There's all that lava sea and lava ocean. Okay, sometimes I think there's a treasure chest up there. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I usually check anyway, I think. And I'm pretty sure the exit is in this room. Or not. I'm wrong. Totally wrong. Some pretty useless treasure. Okay, so I know where I am now. I gotta go down and around first, and then up. That's had me confused. Like I said a few times, not as familiar with these bonus dungeons. Generally speaking, I know what I'm doing, but I haven't done them tons, I've done them a few times, but lots of bats, key, har. They get in your way, and then you get burned while you're waiting for them to move. That's lovely. Treasure? Oh, come on, I just want a little bit of treasure. I'd like to be able to find something on camera that I've never found before, because I generally don't spend too much time exploring, so I think that would be cool, but it's also not very likely. Flash? What does that do? I don't even know. Some spell. Never heard of it before. Oh, these guys. Wonder if they're tough. I don't know. We haven't seen these yet. They don't look that tough, though. Alright. Realized, looking back, when I was fighting the Scarmillion, I didn't even bother to use the good heal spell, so I should have been using Healaga instead of Healara. So, my bad. Oh, okay, they're not that tough. No worries. Hund legs. Maybe 100 legs? I don't know. Alright, no big deal. Nothing to worry about. Every now and then you run into something that's like the Abyss Worm that's actually tough. Oh. And we're done. I think there's one or two more floors. What are we at? Let's see. B9. Okay, so this should be the one that has the good treasure on it, if I'm remembering. Yeah, this is kind of a mazy floor. It's like the second floor of the volcano. Very indoor, fire cavey, mazy. And I think, I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is the one that, if you're lucky, has the treasure in it. Or maybe it's the world map one, who knows? How would I know these sorts of things? I am going to just quickly heal everybody. Decided to do that for you to save some time. Alright, so this is... There's some treasure I saw there, so maybe we'll get something good at least. I can never remember how to get through this one. I think it was probably that first right is the way to the exit or to start working your way out. And this is probably a dead end, but I'll check. Looks pretty dead-endy to me. Yep. Lots of treasure. Okay, maybe we'll get lucky. I got it on the last floor, so we got a basement 9 treasure chest room, I think. So here's hoping. I'm not convinced that the fire bonus dungeon is going to be the one that has the good treasure, though. We're going to need to get to the water or the wind one to really... Ah! And I got another dead end. So we're having a good explore. We're we're running from all the random encounters, and we're running into dead ends. My memory's not working so good, especially while I'm trying to talk at the same time, so that's my excuse anyway. And ether, oh boy. That was probably worth 5 minutes of battles. And I guess that leaves one way to go. Not particularly difficult, just time consuming with the random encounters being so high. I kind of wish either, well, okay, I don't think it's a huge problem the encounters are so high. I'd like them to be lower, but especially because the enemies are so weak and give you practically no experience. It really isn't that interesting, you know. Soma drop, well, that's kind of good. And a warhammer, that might be interesting. Okay, first off, maybe we did find some good stuff. That's kind of cool. Hammer that strikes hard. Alright. And more MP. We're gonna give that, let's see, I guess more healing is probably worthwhile, and Vivi will max out his MP first, so let's see. The Warhammer does do considerably more damage than Thor's hammer. That's cool. I don't know if you can use it in battle like Thor, but let's just check quick to see if it changes your stats. 18, 20, 36, 20. Looks like it's exactly the same to me, so I guess that's a neat item. I'm not sure if I like it. Lower accuracy, so she's going to do less hits, but 39 attack power is pretty good. I don't know. Let's give it a try for a couple battles, see what you think. So, maybe we got lucky. I don't know if I've ever got that weapon before, necessarily, so... hey, you gotta keep your eyes open. I'm probably correct with this floor being the one, and it's probably that specific chest that you come on different levels and get all the good stuff, so... Anyway, this is our boss floor, and there is one boss I want to do first, for sure. The one with the treasure chest beside him. And he might be the downward way one, I'm not sure. Let's see... Nope, that's the wrong one. I want to fight the one that has a treasure chest beside him, because what's in that treasure chest is good. So we're gonna go this way. Nope. A lot of wandering around, but there's no enemy encounters on the boss floors, so that's nice of them, you know. Very kind. There it is. Alright, we're looking pretty healthy, although I will save it just in case. So we went from the first fiend from Final Fantasy IV to the last one. I am Rubicante. Let us measure your worth, warriors, in the crucible of my flames. Huzzah! Let's do it. I think it might be smart to put Null Blaze on. Just a feeling, you know, just a feeling. Definitely going to try to remember to sell some useless items between battles. That's my job. I think he might even have water magic, which is we can't do anything against, so... Can't remember how it all works. He certainly has fire magic. I wish we'd cast Null Blaze faster. Although, that's not too bad damage. We're okay. I'm pretty sure if he uses a water spell, that the Null Frost won't help us, unfortunately. Water is different than ice, I think. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Alright, and I might as well do the full. Everyone gets tougher. And we'll go with, you know, I don't know what's a good idea here. We'll just keep everyone healthy. That's probably as good as I can do. Scorch. Ooh, that might be a bad one. I don't know. 200 damage. Not the worst thing in the world. He seems to do a very puny damage compared to Final Fantasy IV, but that's because everyone had thousands of hit points rather than hundreds, so... You know, what can you say? What can you do? Although, just an interesting note, I have done over 9,999 damage in this game. If you buff up specifically Sabin, or the Master Monk, enough, eventually you will break the 10,000 damage mark. I think the highest I've seen is about 13 or 14,000 damage in one hit. You just gotta find an enemy with low defense and buff up your monk as high as you can, and just crazy damage. So that ice spell did jack diddly. Maybe Flare will do a little bit better. Flare sounds like it wouldn't work on a Rubicante, but or Rubicant, I don't know. Pronunciation is not my forte. But he should be the toughest of the Fire Chasm bosses. Well, Flare did a little bit. You know, it's probably smarter to really just do stuff like Temper, because we're already in the thousands for my fighters. A couple hundred damage from a spell isn't going to do it. There's also an item you can use that raises your strength, I think. I don't think the Giant's Tonic specifically, but I think there's an item you can use on your guys that helps increase it. And that's not the worst idea. But Temper is easy enough. Yeah, it made a pretty significant difference from 1,700 to about 2,400 or whatever. And another elemental fiend from Final Fantasy IV has been slain. The Kikuichi Monji. Maybe. That's not what I was looking for. That's what I wanted. Alright, Cecil, you're finally immune to death. A little bit less defense. A fair bit less defense. But less magic damage and... Well, actually, about the same magic defense, but because of the Dragon Mail. But less death or being turned to poison or all that bad stuff. And the Kikuichi Monji, if I'm saying it correctly, and I might, is... Well, he can use it. I thought it was a ninja only. Let's see it. It's not as good as Excalibur, unfortunately. But better than the Sunblade. So if we'd gone here before going to the Mirage Tower, we would have a weapon that's actually not bad. I'm impressed, actually. That's a good improvement. 5 more damage. Better than all the Defender and all that. So, hey, that's kind of cool. Alright, so I think... you know what? For this episode, because I want to make this all nice and tidy, I will also show you the next 2 bosses. So I'm just going to cut to them and finish those other 2 guys off if you are familiar with the water and wind bosses. See you in a minute. Hello viewers, and just wanted to show you, this is that special chest I was mentioning before. It gave us a Bard's Tunic, so now we have 2, right? Yeah. So it's that same one again, so I'm feeling that this is the good treasure level. Anyway, I'll see you back when I get to a boss. And welcome back again. So I actually just finished the world map level again. And I got way luckier this time. I finished it in like 2 minutes flat. No problem at all. Just better luck on starting position and all that jazz. Didn't take very long to find my way out, essentially. Anyway, let's see what this southern door gives us. You're just in time, my little playmates. I get so lonely here. Won't you keep me company? For a little while. Cagnazo, or Cagnazo, something or rather. Does he have any magic? He probably uses water, and there's probably nothing we can do. So, I don't know why we would bother. He might attack us, so who knows, that might help a little bit. Mostly I'll be relying on haste and that. Yeah, we'll be okay, I think. Oh, he's got haste. Huh. Well, I'm glad we hit Protect then. That might even help us a little bit. Anything else might be useful? Probably not. Actually, maybe we can dispel it. Hardly ever use that one. Good job, Sabin. Alright. If that broke his haste, I'll be very impressed, actually. Because that's a spell I almost never use. Of course, he probably won't even attack or anything, so it's just a waste of time, but eh. Tsunami! Oh. Let's see what that does. Ooh, that hurt. That was a bad one. I better use the right spell this time. Yeah, that was not good. Hope he doesn't get to do that twice in a row. Okay, not bad. Not the worst. I can't tell if 6 hits is normal for him or if that's still hasted and dispel didn't work. I don't really know. But my guys are sure hasted. And we're going to do Helaga again because that hurt. Ah, never mind. Another fiend defeated, or whatever you want to call them. A light curtain. And not very good, is it? Alright. So that's 3 bosses down. 1 more. I'll see you back a few floors deeper. And welcome back to the boss floor again. So what have we got left? We've got a wind boss, but how will we ever beat her without someone who can jump? We have no dragoons with us. Should be mysterious. I suppose I underestimated you. I didn't think you would make it this far. No matter. Barbaricia's winds shall cut you down. If I pronounce that correctly again, I have no idea. Alright, so luckily, she will not do any of that jumping around business. And again, I don't think there's any elemental defense that will help us out, so no point really messing around. Protect might help a little bit, I'm not sure. She's probably going to use some random stuff that you can't do anything about. I think that one turns you to stone, if I remember from the good old Super Nintendo game days. But since we have ribbons, nothing to worry about, right? I don't know what she's going to do. I don't remember these bosses all that great. Anything else we could do? I think we'll be fine. I can't imagine her using lightning or, well, maybe, who knows. It's possible. Cyclone, yeah, that'll be completely nothing we can do about that. Ouch. Maybe I should have just started using heals again. Actually, it's possible, if you remember that level 8 spell that says Null All, that one might work, but you can only use it on one person at a time, so it's not that great anyway. You'd have to cast it on everybody, and I'm not even sure if that would help against, you know, wind and water and stuff anyway. It might, but I don't know. The good news is she's going to keep trying to do a spell that has no chance of working, so we should be safe to punch her to oblivion. I kind of think the Earth Gift Shrine ones were a little bit harder because they had all those instant death attacks, and you absolutely need Protect Rings and Ribbons or else you're in trouble. Whereas this one, like all the bosses from the Fire bonus dungeon are just damage based. Like they have a lot of hit points. They have more hit points than the Earth ones, but all you have to do is be able to heal through the damage and you're okay, pretty much. There's no elemental protection that's going to save you. You just need enough hit points to survive and enough magic to heal it, and you'll be okay. So, it's a different kind of fights, these ones. Probably, I don't know if it's much harder necessarily, but they do a lot of damage, you know. Sabin was taking quite a heavy beating. The Braveheart, well, that's an interesting weapon. I believe this is one of the better Red Wizard weapons. Nope, I'm completely wrong. It's a good ninja weapon and a knight weapon. Totally incorrect. The Braveheart. I would say not as good as the Kikuichimonji from the other guy. I forgot his name. The fire one. So if you have a choice between the two bosses, Braveheart, doesn't look that good to me. Sounds cool, but that's it. Anyway, that wraps up our Kazumi Fiery adventure. At this point, I would almost recommend trying the Wind bonus dungeon next if you're not sure how to proceed. The Water one, although shorter, has much harder final bosses in it, and I'm not even sure how great we're going to do. We're only level 45, so it might not go that swimmingly. But we'll give it a try, because I'm trying to do them in order, so we'll see how that works. The Wind ones are just not as hard of boss fights. Anyway, Thanks for watching again. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you back in the next episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy 1 Advance. Have a great day.